Hello, good morning students. Today our topic is to find the electric potential at a point due to a dipole. Earlier we have find out the intensity of electric field due to a dipole in electrostatic in the first lesson in different locations like in axial line or equatorial line. But our today's topic is the electric potential at a point due to a dipole. You all know dipole is a system of two equal and opposite charges. Two charges equal in magnitude and opposite in nature, kept at a finite distance, a very small distance. And due to negative charge as the electric potential is a scalar quantity, then due to minus charge the potential will be negative and due to plus q charge the potential will be positive. As it being a scalar quantity, then the net potential at any point can be calculated by adding them together in simple algebraic way. Then first of all we will make a dipole. Consider dipole is a system of two equal and opposite charges minus q and plus q are located at a point A and B. There be a point P in some general locations. General locations, what it mean here? General location neither on the equatorial line nor on the axial. That is called some general location. Then from the center of the dipole, the center point of the dipole is this O. There be a point P where we have to find out the electrical potential. Point P is a distance r, is a position vector r at a distance r from the dipole, and it's making an angle theta. This position vector r is making an angle theta with this electric dipole moment P. Is that clear to you? Fine. Now at point P there will be a potential and due to minus q charge and potential due to plus q charge. In order to calculate the net potential at point P, then we will join it this minus q to this. This is the PA distance and this is right here, that is P. Due to both the charges, here potential V is equal to, net potential will be equal to V1 plus V2. Let V1 is the potential due to plus q charge and V2 is the potential due to minus q charge. We know the formula of electrical potential due to a point charge, which we have find it out in the previous lecture. Similarly, consider there are 2 point charges, one is minus q and other is plus q. Then due to this, in first step you will write, consider a dipole with charges minus q and plus q kept at some finite distance. Consider a dipole with the charges minus q plus q kept at some finite distance. There point, here we appoint P at some general locations. Location where we have to find out electrical potential. Dipole length is 12. Therefore, AO, this distance is L, and this distance is L, and OB, this distance is L. Simple. This. Then, potential, second step, potential due to plus Q charge. Potential due to plus Q charge. Plus Q charge is like a point charge, single isolated point charge. Then you know its formula, it can be calculated, that is V1 would be equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught. This plus Q charge upon this distance, that is PB. Potential due to plus Q charge, V1. Similarly, we will find the potential due to minus Q charge. Potential due to minus Q charge. Then V2 will be equal to, that is 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught. It is minus Q. It is minus Q, and this distance, PA distance, that is PA. The net potential at a point, net potential at P will be equal to, this V is equal to V1 plus V2. Put the value of V1 and V2 here, that is V is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught. The value of V1 is 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught plus Q upon PB plus the value of V2 is 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught minus Q upon PA. You just see this one factor is common, that is this 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught and Q both. Then this equation can be written as the V is equal to, it is Q upon 4 pi epsilon naught. This Q, this is not common, and thereafter, what is that? 1 upon PB, 1 upon PB minus 1 upon PA. It is equation 1. Now the simple way is to find out the value of PB and PA. This PB and PA, we put these values here and we will get the net potential at this point P. Let's see, for this purpose what we will do. We will produce this PO backward. This is produced backward. This. Thereafter we will draw a perpendicular. This perpendicularly draw here. This. And let us this name is M. This angle theta is, then this angle will be theta because of the vertically opposite angle. Similarly, from point B we will draw a perpendicular here. That is this. And this point is M. N is a perpendicular line PO from point B. This. Just see, as I already told, since point O, you see this L and L is a very small distance as compared to R. Then point P, this will be very close to A and B. When this point O, not P, the point O will be close to A and the point O will be close to B. These points will be very close. When these points will be very close, then this PM, PA distance would be equal to PM. Again, you understand? As the L is very small as compared to R, then this point O will appear close to A, therefore the point M will fall over A. Hence PA is equal to PM. And PM can be calculated. Just see, the PM distance is the sum of PO plus OM. Sum of PM distance is sum of PO and OM. That is PO plus OM. And this PO distance we know that is R. We need to calculate the OM. Then we can calculate OM here. Just see, in right angle triangle AMO. AM. What is that? Cos theta in this triangle. The cos theta would be equal to this base upon height. That is OM upon L. Then OM would be equal to L cos theta. We'll put the value here, then we'll get the PA is equal to, that is PO is R plus OM is L cos theta. L cos theta. Then here we will got this value of PA. Similarly, we will calculate PB. PB is equal to this PN. As the point O is very close to B, and this R is very far from L. Okay, then PB is equal to PN. PB equal to PN. This is very important. How you just come to know why this PB is equal to PN? It is equal to because the R is very far point. The point P is located at far off distance, that is R. And these L is a very small. You know, dipole, it is the form of the molecules, like water molecule. Then similarly, then this L distance is very less, then the point will be close to A as well as the point O will be close to A and this point O will be close to B. Then the point L will fall over A and this B will fall over N. Nearly, if you go contracting, this N will be close to O, like this. This is contract, then N point will fall over O, and this is contracting, then N will be really equal to this, will fall over this. Then PB is equal to PN, and PN you can calculate, that is, you know the value of this PO, that is PO minus OM. And the value of OM then we calculate in this right angle triangle. ये OM distance है. This you can calculate from this right angle. Then in right angle triangle B and O, B and O. Take out the cos theta from here, then you will get that cos theta is equal to, that is base OM upon hypo is L this is then ON is equal to ON is equal to, that is L cos theta. Put this value here. Then PB will be equal to PO. What is that PO? PO is this R. Is it clear? That PO is R. That is R minus ON. The value of ON we have calculated here. That is L cos theta. This L cos theta. Putting these values PA and PB here. Putting values of PA and PB in equation 1. In equation 1. Then you will get the V is equal to Q upon 4 pi epsilon naught. It is 1 upon PB. The value of this PB here is R minus L cos theta. It is R minus L cos theta. Okay, and thereafter this minus is minus 1 upon PA. The value of PA is R plus L cos theta. 1 upon R plus L cos theta. Up to here you understood? Then we will solve this. This the V is equal to Q upon 4 pi epsilon naught. It is Q upon 4 pi epsilon naught, and here the C we have taken, that is this LCM is R square minus L square cos square theta. Then we will solve it here. This R minus L cos theta will get cancelled. There we will get, that is R plus L cos theta. Thereafter negative sign is minus L. Here R plus L cos theta. The one R plus L cos theta will cancel. Now it is R minus L. Thereafter what will be left? It is Q upon 4 pi epsilon naught. Epsilon naught. And it is R square minus L square cos square theta. Then R plus L cos theta. Open the bracket. And this is minus R and this is plus L cos theta. This minus R, 1 cancel. What is left here? That B is equal to, that is this 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught. This Q, L cos theta plus L cos theta, that is twice L cos theta. Then Q and twice L cos theta upon this R square minus L square cos square theta. you know here that is Q into 2L is, that is P. This is P. P is equal to Q by cycle. At this place you can write that the P here, then you get the P is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught P cos theta upon R square minus L square is cos square theta. This is what is the formula of electrical potential at a point due to a dipole. We will see this formula we have got. And you know that L is very less than R, therefore the square of this L square will be very less than R square. Then this L square cos square theta will be more less than L square cos square theta will be neglected. L square cos square theta will be neglected. Then the formula will come B is equal to, it is 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught P cos theta simply upon this R square is the final formula. Now there are few, this is what is the formula. V is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught P cos theta upon R square. Then you can observe that what is the difference between the electric potential at a point due to a point charge and the electric potential due to a dipole. Electric potential at a point due to a dipole. What is difference in the formula? That formula is 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q upon R square. Here it depends on the some angle also, that is cos theta. Earlier the formula is electrical potential due to a point charge V is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q upon R only, and here it is V is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught P upon cos theta upon R square. Then moreover it depends on some angle between P and R, and other that it is the inverse of the square of the point at which we have to find out the electric potential. Some special cases. First is, if point P, this point, lies on the axis, anywhere else on the axis of the diagram. Point P lies on axis of the diagram. Axis of the diagram. When P lies here, then this point will be in the direction of dipole moment. Then angle theta will be 0 degree. In this case, theta will be 0 degree. If point P lies on the axis of the dipole, means on axial line, then theta will be 0 degree, and the value of then cos theta is equal to 1. Then theta will be 0 degree, then cos theta will be equal to 1, and you will get that formula B equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught. It is P cos 0 degree upon R square. Then final formula which we will get is D is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught, that is P upon R square. Second case is, if point P If point P lies on equatorial line. You know what is equatorial line? Equatorial line is the perpendicular passing through the midpoint of the dipole is called equatorial line. The angle between P and theta, that would be of 90 degree, and theta would be is equal to 90 degree. Then V is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught. This P cos 90 upon R square, then V is equal to 0 in this case. V is equal to 0 in this case. Third is, if point P lies, if point P lies negative axis of the dipole. Negative axis of the dipole. Then what will happen? Theta is equal to 180 degree. Then V is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught. It is P and cos 180 degree here upon R square. And the value of cos 180 is -1. Then you get that V is equal to -1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught P by R square. This is all about the electrical potential due to a dipole at any